G'day folks, welcome to Monday Night Live. I've forgotten the number. 108. 108. Here we go. Let's play the tune. I don't know whether the music worked. I don't know whether the tune worked. I don't know whether I don't actually think we're live. So, let me refresh my page here. We've gone well this morning. Today, what day is it? Yes, it's live. We're ready to go. Do we play the tune? I think the tune... Well, we played the tune maybe twice, maybe 1.5 times. So we're on it tonight. We're lightning quick. We are. So welcome, Monday Night Live 108. I can't believe it's 108. It feels like we're on the uphill run again. So big night tonight. Of course, the big giveaway tonight is a detector. Oh, hang on, I've got to control it. The G2 by Technetics. We sell these at about, I don't know, $1,100, something like that. Fantastic relic machine. Absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to share. Make sure you make a comment in the stream. We're also going to give away a bag of the Lake Callide gemstone bag. Great for the kids. Lots of gemstones in here. I've got a video coming out. We're selling these now. So you can buy them on our website. But I've got a great video coming out of Finn and I going through one of these bags. Well, Finn mostly for the first 5 minutes, and then the old man helped him out a little bit. So I have sitting in front of me a phone. Oh. And it's set with a timer. I've got Swanson. Have we got a picture of Swanson? Oh, you were going to do that. And I said, no, don't worry about it. But Swanson. Swanson is the swan. I haven't really got a swan noise. It's more of a duck noise. But anyway, so every 10 minutes we're going to give away. Carrara Nugget Hunt obviously was cancelled. So we took some of these bottles. So every 10 minutes we're going to give away. These are really cool bottles. These are collectors because they're Carrara Nugget Hunt. All different colours. You don't get to choose a colour. It's colours selected at random. However, also every 10 minutes, we are going to give away some fantastic soap. And I've got a big story about the soap. So this soap is By the Fire, it's called. So there's the fire. Obviously that bit there's a bit yellow, so it disappears. By the Fire. Made by Buyers Creations. Cassandra's a lovely person. Corona beer flavoured, this one. We've got, I'm getting to the strangest soap I've ever seen. But this one here is Reef Gold. And I don't know whether you can see that there. It's got little reefs running through it. It's wicked stuff. The old Gold Digger soap. What's this one? Early Sunrise on the lease. So they're all going away, but I have to show you this, right? I don't know whether I'm comfortable showing you this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So, this, well here, I'll hold up we should have got a photo of this. I'm going to show you the description, right? This is a donut willy washer, right? It comes with your with your soap. It's an instruction manual on how to use this soap, right? This is a 4X beer flavoured. Scented. Don't eat it, right? But it's a donut willy washer. Don't ask me. I didn't ask for it. But I have donut willy washing soap here. So, of all the strange things that has happened on this show, this rates as one of the strangest. So, but anyway, here we are. We're going to talk about Ned Kelly after the... I don't know how to do a segue between the donut willy washer and Ned Kelly. But maybe I've just done it. So, big giveaway tonight. You've got to make a comment to go in the draw. we've got 7 minutes till our first giveaway. So, right, loads and loads of people here. Mick Hepburn, the Young Guns, Julie, Nadia, Steve, Blake, Ian, Jeffrey, Stuart, Shane, Judy Gillies, Mark Richards, Deborah. Lots and lots of people here. Ian's here. Blake looks like he's been getting a bit of gold too. I see some posts up with him getting some gold. So, first cab off the rank. Before I get too far along with Ned Kelly, before I even get started with Ned, I got a really, really nice message from Hayden the other day. Hayden sent me a message specifically to give a shout out to his wife, Danielle. Danielle, happy birthday. It's your birthday today, I believe. So happy birthday from us at Monday Night Live. So, righto. That's the job going out of the way. Did I explain that Swanson was going to quack on cue? No? Swanson is going to quack. Well, he sounds a bit like a duck, but, you know, that's what's going to happen. You'll hear it in a minute. I just need to refresh this page so I can see the comments. Righto. So, Ned Kelly. So, whether many people think about him as I think most people think about him as a bit of a rogue, but whether he is whether he is a hero like some people portray him, or whether he is nothing short of a terrorist, right? That is left up to debate. We do not get into that here, but we're going to get in detail into Ned. Right, so we're going to go right back to the beginning. We're in Ireland, okay? Ned's father, John, was transported from Ireland to Australia in 1841. 7 years, stole 2 pigs, right? 2 pigs on the boat, out you go, right? John Red Kelly. Red was his nickname. I've had that nickname in the past. I still have, really, at times. But, yes, so after, and he served his time in Tasmania, Van Diemen's Land, then after his time, moved to Port Phillip and married the infamous Ellen Quinn, his wife, Ned's mother. So, 8 children. Ready for this? Mary, Anne, Ned, Maggie, James, Dan, Kate, Grace. Right? So back then, that was probably a small family. So, now, when Ned was born, there is some discussion, right? 1854, 1855, June, December, everything is mentioned. So, we don't quite know when he was born, okay? I don't think he knew, to be completely honest. So Ned Kelly is famous for having run-ins with the coppers. So, his first run-in with the coppers, age 5. He was suspected of stealing a horse. So that's how it all started, right? So, fairly uneventful until he got to the ripe old age of 14. But just to give you an idea of the bloke and probably what set him up for the rest of his time was in the age of 6, he jumped into a creek to save a young Richard Shelton, I think, from drowning in a river. So, and Ned was presented a green scarf. Hey, look at that. There it is there. Green scarf for his trouble. Sash. Well, it looks a bit like a scarf, doesn't it? Sash. I suppose sashes were more trendy back then than scarves. So, there we go. Also, in 1865, the old man was convicted of stealing a calf. So he spent 4 months in jail. And when he came out, Red Kelly died from an alcohol-induced, I think it's pronounced oedema, right? Which I think it means he drank himself to death. So this is Ned's childhood. Let's think about Ned's childhood with this story. Ned's childhood is not the brightest childhood that anyone's ever come across. So, despite his first run-in being with the police at the age of 5, his first arrest and time in custody was 14. A confrontation. I'm going to read this. I can't read it, but I'm going to read it. I'm going to have a sip first. A confrontation on the 15th of October between a Chinese hooker, and I'm not lying here, Fook and Ned resulted in Ned being arrested for highway robbery. No, I'm serious. I'm not making this up, right? Fook is his name. And Ned did 10 days, right, in custody. So you can see from an early age he was a yes. So we're about to have our first duck noise. Listen, ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. When the duck squawks, right, we got a prize to give away. Right, so I don't know how to shut the duck up. There's an issue. The duck kept going. The duck was wild. Right, soap. What are we going to do?
Maybe the Willy soap with all that talk of...
Willy soap. We're going to do one straight up, right? And then we're going to do one at the end of the show. So, donut Willy washer, right? It's round, right? So, this prize goes out to Chris Hunter. Taylor, can you write these down? I think there might be a few tonight. Chris, congratulations. You have got a donut Willy washer coming to you from the lovely people at Golden Spur. No, where are we? Gold Diggers. Then we've got these Carrara Nugget Hunt mugs. These are a limited edition. This goes to John Habby. John Habby, congratulations. You will get a mug. Now, the colours are random, okay? There's no selecting colours. There's all different sort of colours here. There's one with a dint in it. There's a camo-y colour. There's all sorts of things here. So, they're going out randomly. I can't cope with it. Right, so the timer's on again. I've got 8 minutes and 30 seconds before I've got to do the duck again. Right. So, now, our mate Ned ran into a bloke by the name of Harry Power. Great name, Harry Power. And Harry Power, of course, was known as the gentleman bush ranger. So, of course, Ned spent some time with Harry. Harry probably was a good influence on Ned, because he really was never ever suspected or accused of hurting everyone. Hurting anyone. Sure, he held up stagecoaches at gunpoint. Is that Harry there? That's our mate Harry there, the gentleman bushranger, right? He was going to cause trouble if you didn't pay attention, but he never really hurt anyone. He robbed the hell out of people, but he never really hurt anyone. So, as we go through Ned's upbringing, I think you'll find he was probably a reasonable influence on Ned. So Ned was charged, and all the charges were dropped. So yes, I know people are jumping ahead here, making comments and ruining the story. You know, it's like someone telling that. I suppose everyone knows Ned, so it's not really like telling you the end of a movie. My father-in-law does that. Drives me balmy. Anyway, it's good because I forget things pretty quickly with movies, so I don't ever, I'm like a goldfish. So, all right. So, I got to tell you this story, right? So, October 1870, right? He was involved in a prank with a mate of his. Okay, has anyone heard the prank story? The prank story, his friend Ben Gould. So Ned passed a note written by Ben Gould. So Ned passed a note written by Ben Gould, right, who had a run-in with McCormack. Now, McCormack, he passed this note to McCormack's wife, right? His childless wife, okay? Which was accompanied by a pair of calf's testicles, casting aspersions on her husband not being able to provide a child. So, it got him a little 6 months in Beechworth jail for his trouble. So not quite the prank he was expecting, but I don't think Ned really cared too much. So, what time is it here? We've been going 15 minutes. Good. We can get the full detail. We might regret it at the end. So 3 weeks after his release in May 1871, arrested again. However, this is one that he's probably not guilty for, right? Now, he rode a horse past the police station in Gravatt, okay, and he was arrested by horse theft. However, Ned thought the horse belonged to Wild Wright. Wild apparently had forgotten to tell Ned that he'd stolen the horse from a post office a couple of weeks earlier. So you could probably think, there's his arrest warrant. What date's that on? 1871. This is his arrest warrant. So there he is there. Good looking young bloke. No beard at that stage, funnily enough. The beard comes a little bit, well, it comes directly after this story. This imprisonment here, he got a few years, 3 years for that. But when he came out of jail for this time, it was the beard. The beard came. We've got a picture of the beard. We've already seen a picture of the beard. It's a great beard. There we go. Looks like a bloke I went prospecting with 2 weeks ago, the Ned Kelly beard. So, right. So Wild Wright lent him a horse that was stolen, which Ned rode into town, past the police station, got arrested for and did 3 years. So, what's a young bloke to do? When he gets out of jail, he goes looking for Wild Wright, right? They had a 20-round bare-knuckle fight in the back of the Imperial Hotel at Beechworth. Ned was hailed as the victor, and this photo was taken of Ned I don't know whether... If that was after the fight, if that photo... Hang on, I've knocked everything down here. The duck is gone flying. If that was after the fight, I reckon Ned did pretty well for himself because he doesn't look bruised up too much at all, that boy. So, yes. So, if that was after a fight, Ned's probably a pretty good bluer. So, yeah. Now, there's a couple of things I've forgotten. I wanted to really get to them. And I can't believe I've forgotten it. Right? But this relates to gold prospecting. Hang on, I'm going back to find it, right? I've missed it here. In my notes, I've missed it. But... here we go, I did miss it. Amongst Ned Kelly's father's jobs, he was a gold miner in the 50s. So, he was a gold miner in the 50s. So, clearly, and that will relate further to a bit further on, because Ned did a bit of gold mining himself. Well, not a lot of people knew that, I don't think. So, okay, so after Ned got out of jail, beat the bejeebers out of Wild right, Ned went honest for a few years. Timber worker, working horses, that sort of thing. Now, by the time all this had happened, Ellen had remarried. Stepfather comes into the picture. A bloke, an American bloke called George King. George King. Good strong names back then. Harry Power and George King. Right? What's George King's profession? He knocks off horses and cattle. So, needless to say, Ned was... Oh, the duck's gone off. Needless to say, Ned was never in particularly good company. Right, the duck's gone off again. What do we got to give away here? We're going to give away By the Fire Corona beer flavoured soap. Scented. It says flavoured, doesn't it? It says... No, see... Made with Corona beer. Cloven sandalwood fragrance. It's very flash. Now, we better give this away. So this one goes to Whitley White. Whitley White, I think. And then we've got another mug to give away. Oh, look at this one. This is a flash orange and like, look at this. So you're getting these randomly, these things, because I can't keep up with them. I'm throwing the rubbish over Taylor's direction. He's dealing with it. Look at that. That's a flash one. Looks like it's hollow. What's this one? This, oh, that's a purpley blacky one. So they're all different. So the stacks on, right? So who's getting a mug? Not a mug. What are they? Drink bottle. Drink bottle. Drink bottle. Mark and Loretta Rowlands. Congratulations, you guys have got a flash mug, not a mug, drink bottle coming out to you. So so congratulations to those guys. I will contact you after the show if we have any idea what people have won. Hopefully Taylor's writing this stuff down. So, By the Fire soap, did you get that? Willy Washer? Yep. Right, okay, so 1877, Ned Kelly arrested. Oh, actually, before we do, there's a lot of Ned Kelly arrested here. Main prize, make sure you comment. G2 detector, $1,200 odd, $1,100 we sell these for. Okay, very, very good coin and relic machine. Will work on the beach, will work out in the goldfields, but you will have to work it. Then, as a consolation prize, apart from all that, is a bag of the gemstone pay dirt, the treasure bag. It is full of gemstones. I can open this bag up and I'll guarantee I can pull out a gemstone. Oh, can I? Just from the top. Yes, I can. Look, It's a broken bit of quartz crystal. There you go, right on the top. There's all sorts of stuff. A lot of it's tumbled. It's great for the kids. That looks like it's a little bit of tumbled amethyst there. So you get a pair of tweezers. You get a little cup to put. That cup is not big enough to put everything you find in it. There's a lot of gemstones in here. So that's our second prize. So that's the runners-up prize. So, but we will sell these soon on the website. So keep an eye out on the website for those little babies. Right, Ned's arrested again. Pretty easy intro to every section of this story. Ned's arrested again. So, arrested for riding across the footpath and drunkenness. And, of course, resisting arrest. It's not like Ned doesn't resist arrest. He's not a huge fan of being arrested. Okay. So, there's an interesting bit here. So, while he was being escorted to the courthouse the next day, he escaped, fighting off 4 policemen, right? One of them called Lonigan, right? Now, the judge had to come and talk him out of there, right? He hid in a shop of some description, right? But Lonigan, right, when he was being taken back into custody, right, famously or infamously said, well, Lonigan, I've never shot a man yet, but if I do, so help me God, you will be the first. And there was some truth in that down the road. So, 1878. I feel like with the timer running, right? With the timer running, I feel like I'm under the pump to get this story done. Maybe I should run this timer every week so I get more story in. Don't fluff around too much here. So, I should say hello to John's here, Linda, Adrian, Ricky, Jamie, Judy, Mario. Right, so let's talk about Mr. Constable, I should say, Fitzpatrick. Probably the start of the downhill run for Ned, right? So Fitzpatrick, looking for his brother Dan, okay? Looking to arrest his brother Dan. Invited himself into the Kelly house. Out he went, Kelly house. No arrest warrant. And apparently chatted up Kate, right? Now, Kate was the second youngest. I've had to check here. It goes Mary, Ann, Ned, Maggie, James, Dan, Kate, then Grace, right? 16 she was at the time. Now, whether the boys were defending her honour, their younger sister's honour, or whether they just didn't like the coppers, which, who have we got there?
Fitzpatrick.
That's Fitzpatrick. I don't like the way he combs his hair. All right, that's my first instinct. I might...
Beard.
Hey?
No beard.
No, he's got a... Has he got a beard? He got mutton. He got the mutton chops, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a bit of... It's a strange beard and a strange haircut. Anyway, so Fitzpatrick ends up with a bullet in his hand, right? Now, during the scuffle, Ellen was involved, of course. She's never one to not defend her family. She apparently did some damage with a fire poker to Fitzpatrick. And then I think, to be honest with you, I've heard another story where at the end of the scuffle, they bandaged up his hand to try and get out of trouble. So a lot of this stuff is, you know, there's 2 accounts to this stuff, and it's hard to know exactly what the exact truth is. So Ellen got 3 years for giving Fitzpatrick a hurry up with a fire poker. Okay. And Ned and Dan escaped, of course, and went and hid in the Wombat Ranges, the Wombat State Forest, right? Now, this ties into Ned's father, Red Kelly, right, with his gold mining. Because while they were there, Ned, Dan, Joe Byrne was there as well, right? And they were gold mining. They were panning for gold, right, in the Wombat Ranges. So there you go. You wouldn't have thought that the Kellys, gold mining ran through their veins. So, yes. So we're building now. We're building up to the big event. So, October, and we're going to get through this quickly because I'm under the time constraints of the duck, right? So, October 1878, Kelly and the gang, the boys, we got the pictures of a few of the boys up there, murdered 3 policemen from a group sent to track them down, right? So, shots were fired, and lots was happening. 1878, December now, Ned, Dan and Steve. When I talk about Steve, I talk about who's Steve? Steve. I've lost him a note. Steve Hart, of course. Steve Hart. That's him on the left. He's got a nice hat. I like his hat. I can only see half of the screen there. These boys posed up pretty well, eh? So, held up a bank, got away with 2,000 odd quid, right? Now, Ned wrote to a magistrate offering to surrender. Oh, the duck's gone. Offering to surrender himself in exchange for releasing his mother. There's the duck. There's Swanson. It's the only thing he's good for. He had a crack and he sunk. So Swanson is at the bottom of the dam. He was supposed to be sitting on top of the dam, spitting water out of his spout, his snout, his bill, and all he did was sink to the bottom of the bloody dam. So, anyway, I tried to get a refund on him, but the bloke wanted me to take photos of the crack, and he's sitting in about 2 metres of the muddiest water you've ever seen. So, but he's handy because we've got a photo of him, and we're going to give away, what do we got here? Here's one I didn't show before. This is a gold bar made, it says made with 4X beer. Oh, look at this. Look, it comes with, look at that. Gold bar soap. 4X gold and I don't know, 1 million fragrances. I don't know. But there you go. We got soap to give away. Right. Angie Louise, congratulations. You've got the gold bar soap. Right. I'm just picking these at random. We will get the random comment generator going out later. Now, a bottle. Someone's going to win another bottle. One of these, randomly selected. Who are we doing? Dalise McKay. I don't quite know how to pronounce your name. Sorry if I've pronounced it incorrectly. But congratulations. Dalise McKay. You've won a bottle. 8 minutes 30. Talking too much here. Mick Egan's here. Todd's here. Simon's here. Lynn's here. Tim. Phil Griffin. Make sure you make a comment. If you're here in this live stream, make sure you make a comment to go into the draw to win. You will not win without a comment. Okay? So comment. Okay. that's a duplicate of the previous page of my notes. Right, so I think we might skip a little bit here. We might just skip a little bit here because I don't want to. I want to have time to do the... Okay, so there's an important part here. This... Yes, okay, so in Jerry Deary, I think that's how you pronounce it. They captured 2 policemen, locked them up, right? Then they went and robbed the bank, right? They captured the 2 policemen, changed in their uniforms, right? So they knocked over the bank, right? They got 690 quid from the bank and from the tills, and then 1450 from the safe. So the important part of this story is that the Victoria raised the reward. Victoria and New South Wales raised the reward to £4,000, right? So that is a big thing, right? In June 1880, when was that? That was 79, right? So that was 79. 1880, shootout with the Kelly gang occurred at Ann Jones Inn at Glenrowan. What do we got there, Taylor? That's the Kelly gang.
Steve Hart and Ned Kelly.
Yeah, Steve, Dan, Ned. Is that right? I can't see that picture.
Steve
Yeah. So there they were. And I suppose that Dan's on the white horse, Ned's on the right, and Steve's on the left. Well done. I hadn't seen that photo before. Right. Sorry? Oh, right. We've already got to the Glenrowan Inn. Right. Okay. So when they had the shootout between the police and the Kelly gang at Ann Jones Inn, now that's the Glenrowan Inn, not to be confused. Okay? They took people hostage, 70 people hostage at the Glenrowan Inn, right? They knew all of these events were bringing the police, more police, right? Now, there was a delay. So, the murder that happened, right, didn't get reported until the next day. So, the Kelly gang are expecting this all to happen quickly, but because the murder didn't get reported, the police didn't come up, the trainload of police didn't show up when the Kelly gang expected it, right? So the idea was to negotiate the release of Ellen, mother of Ned Kelly's mum, William Williamson and William Skilton, mates of Ned. So you can imagine this. They're holding the hostages in there for 24 extra hours, expecting the police at any time. Okay? You would think that would fray anyone's nerves. It certainly would fray mine. So Ned was convinced by a local, well, obviously a local because he was there, but a teacher to let him and his family go. So he let him and his family go. Now, his name was Thomas Curnow. Thomas Curnow then ran to the tracks that the Kellys had sabotaged, the train tracks that they'd sabotaged earlier, which I left out of the lead up of this story, and flagged the train down. and stop it before it crashed. So, police disembarked, trapping and surrounded the hotel, trapping Ned and the boys inside. 7 hours the police fired at the hotel, and hoping for a cannon to arrive. They'd ordered a cannon to arrive from Melbourne so they could blow the hotel up. No mucking about with these boys. But it was delayed as well. Okay, so they decided, in all their wisdom, to light it on fire. So let's go back to the Glenrowan Hotel. Right, that's her there, ready to cop a match. Right. So now the gang had made armour. Okay, so I know everyone's seen the armour. There's a picture of old Ned in the armour there. So, despite the fact that they've been firing at them for 7 hours, they expected that the police thought most of them were still alive. That's why they put the match in there, right? So this is happening overnight, right? So at dawn, who marches out of the smoke, the smouldering, the gunshots? But Ned Kelly, dressed exactly like that. I think that's an artist rendition of it happening. So what's happened to the duck here? I feel like we're due for another duck shortly. So Ned comes out firing at the police. Okay, and they basically shot him in the legs. Okay, shot him in the legs. Captured. They then rolled into the hotel. Joe Byrne was found dead from a bullet wound. But the other two blokes, Dan and Steve, were found in the back room lying on blankets without their armour. It had been speculated that they took their own lives rather than being captured. And who knows whether that's true. Right. So, the duck is about to go off. It is about to go mental. So, we wait for the duck. It's 10 seconds. We're getting through this. We've got 8:12. Thanks everyone for joining us. Renee's here. Blake, I've said hello to. Jason. Clay's here. Dennis, Steve. There's the duck. The duck's reminding us that we've got to get amongst these prizes. So, what have we got here? Let's do reef gold. I've really got to learn how to turn this thing off. So, reef gold. It is, hang on a tick, Great Northern, right? Look at the gold reef running through that soap. Fantastic. It is a dupe fragrance. Smells like dupe. Anyway, some soap. Gold reef soap. Who are we going to give this away to? Dan Allen. Congratulations, Dan Allen. You've got the soap with the gold reef in it. Dan Allen for the gold reef soap. Did you get the gold reef soap? I know Dan will be excited to get that. Then another bottle. Random colours. We're going to send them out to you. Right, so Dennis Hamilton. Congratulations, Dennis. We've got a bottle coming out to you. So the duck has restarted. Yes, so the duck has restarted. 8 minutes 54. So, have I got any comments here that I need to deal with here? Mark McIntosh. Here's a bit. I don't know. Yes. But it was something I was going to touch on, but Mark's got more information than me. Fitzpatrick was sacked from the Victorian Police Force before they even hugged Nick. the inquest into the Kelly outbreak, the judge said Fitzpatrick was a drunken, lying larrikin. It's probably sums up a lot of people in the 1870s, 1880s. And yeah, well, now, yeah, yep. Right, so let's get back on track here because I feel like the wheels are slowly coming off the train here. I need the teacher to come and warn me things are going wrong. So, Ned was taken to Melbourne jail where his wounds were treated. His mother was in the same jail, Melbourne jail, for sconning Fitzpatrick with the fire poker earlier in our tale. So he was taken to Beechworth to be tried for the murders of Thomas Lonergan and Michael Scanlon back at Stringybark. So the problem with Beechworth is that it was Ned's stomping ground, if you know what I mean. So they were worried about that he wouldn't get everyone viewed Ned pretty favourably in Beechworth. So the trial went back to Melbourne. So, Judge Sir Redmond Barry sentenced Ned to death, saying, "May God have mercy on your soul." To which Ned replied, "I will go a little further than that and say I will see you there when I go." So there he is. So a petition. Now, Taylor, can you do a Google search for me? Australia's population in 1880. Right? I need to know. Australia's population in 1880. There's something interesting here that I've got to explore a little bit that's just popped into my scon. Okay? So, a petition, right? A petition was signed by 60,000 people, right? Asking for mercy, right? Now, there it is there. Obviously, that's not all 60,000 signatures, but there's a couple on there, right? So, we're not talking about social media. We're not talking about all of that business. We're talking about 60,000 people with a population of not many. Taylor's still looking for the details, but 60,000 is a huge amount of signatures for a non-social media ridiculous thing, right? So
4 million.
4 million?
1880 Australian population reported being almost 4 million in 1901.
I was 4 million in 1901. Would have been a few less than 1880. But 60,000, that's a lot of signatures. So, the sad end to Ned Kelly, 11th of November, 1880, age 25. Now, what an amazing, well, amazing is probably the wrong word. What an incredible amount of life was jammed into 25 years, right? Not all of it good, but geez, we've got some stories from it, right? For 25 years, Ned Kelly lived, right? And he's talked about today. He's on flags. He's on badges. He's everywhere. Now, I need to shatter an illusion, right? Newspapers reported, and it's probably in there, that his last words were, "Such is life." Yeah, there it is. Three quarters of the way down the page there, right? Now, there is a lot of there is a lot of controversy around that. Now, the Such Is Life thing is thought to be very, very... Some people thought he said, well, it's come to this, right? So there is a huge controversy about Such Is Life. I am going to go with Such Is Life because I think it's written on too many flags that people sell on eBay to try and make a quid. So why ruin their little business, you know? Selling Ned Kelly flags. So all of this stuff was a lot of Ned Kelly's gear, including his big manifesto, right? There's a massive manifesto on Ned Kelly that he wrote. It's written in a rambling... He dictated it to what was his name?
Joe...
Byrne. Yeah, Joe Byrne. He dictated to Joe Byrne, right? There's Joe Byrne there. He looks like he could write, that bloke. Not a lot of people could write and read back then. But anyway, but it's a rambling rendition of his life that has a fair bit of gore, but it's an interesting read. It's like 40 pages written on cards. Oh, there's probably pictures of it online, but 40 pages of explaining everything. The cards are written about the size of a old video cassette. So it's interesting to read. It's hard to read. You need to sit down and spend a moment because it is, but it's interesting. But it's Ned Kelly's crimes according to Ned Kelly. And it's worth a read. So, yes.
Do you want to touch on the sash as well?
Now, I do want to touch on the sash. Thank God Taylor's here because this show would be an absolute debacle without Taylor. So, remember the green sash? Sash? Not scarf. That he was given for saving the bloke when he was 5. Right? 6. So, when Ned was captured, right, wearing the suit of armour, right, he was wearing that green sash under the suit of armour. Now, that green sash is in the museum somewhere. I forget what museum it is now. But still got his blood on it, blood stains on it, what have you, where he was shot. But
Museum.
sorry?
Benalla Museum.
Benalla Museum, right. But obviously it was very treasured by Ned. Right, so we've got Ned hung, right? So, the remains of Ned Kelly were transferred from the old Melbourne jail to Pentridge Prison. Okay? This is where the story takes a twist again. And the duck's here. The duck, we've got to respect the duck. So we'll get on to the next bit. So, what do we got here? Look at this. This is Early Sunrise on the Lease. Did we give one away before? No. Early Sunrise on the Lease, Carlton Dry, and the fragrance. Get this, right? This is quite appropriate for Ned Kelly night. The fragrance is Dragon's Blood number 4. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether that's an accurate description of what it smells like, but thank God Swanson's here to remind us that every 10 minutes we've got to give one of these away. So, that's pretty cool though, like Sunrise, Lease, you know. I like it. Right, so Anthony Brown wins the Early Sunrise on the Lease with the Dragon Blood fragrance. Right. Oh, mugs. We need some different colour mugs. Look at this fella. This is all glittery and stuff. Bottle. Right? Sorry? Bottle. I keep saying mug. I'm a lunatic. So that goes out to Julie Gillies. Congratulations, Julie. We'll contact you guys after the show. Now, the duck has started again. So the duck, how much? We've got 2 more to give away. 1 more to give away. One more to give away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we're giving away 6. One more to give away. And it's a donut willy washer. Right? I can't get over that. What fragrance is this one? 4X beer. Right. So, Ned Kelly's remains. Right. We're back on the story. So, transferred, where's this page? Transferred to Pentridge Prison. Is that right? I've lost the page. Anyway, transferred to Pentridge Prison. I don't know what I've done with the page. So, I think I'm missing a page here. No, that's not it. Anyway, so Ned's buried, right? In 2011, they exhumed the body. 2010, 2011. Now they exhumed the body, right? Because his body was on display. His skull was on display at the Old Melbourne Jail in the 70s, right? And Ned's body, right, what were confirmed that was Ned's remains. Okay, so they identified Ned's remains. However, the skull is missing. Went missing. This is a bit gruesome, this bit. Went missing from, they believe, the Old Melbourne Jail. Okay? So, I don't know what the hell happened to Ned's skull. And it is still missing. So, if anyone's got Ned Kelly's skull, can you please return it? He's looking for it. So, in 2013, Ned's, there was a church, church, what do we call it? Ceremony in Gravatt, where his remains were buried with his mother, Ellen, and his young brother, Jim. And we're still looking for Ned's skull. So that's the story of Ned Kelly. Like him, hate him, right? I do want to quickly touch on a comment that one of the viewers mentioned earlier, that the police force was extremely corrupt at that time. I think Ned's upbringing wasn't fantastic, but I also think the police picking on the Kelly family made it dramatically worse. But, villain or hero, you choose. It's your choice tonight, villain or hero. So, I've forgotten to remind everyone, I needed a separate duck to remind everyone that tonight's prize is a metal detector. Not just any metal detector, G2 from Technotics, $1,100 that machine is. We've also got a runners-up prize of the bag we're going to sell tonight. The treasure bag, gemstones in this one. Great for the kids, lots of tumblestones. Great for the adults too. There's a lot of gear in this. So, fantastic thing. There's some sapphires. There's all sorts of stuff in there. We pulled out quartz crystals. What else is in here? Let me see if I can pull another special out. I might have to... That looks like the same bits. Look, there's a clear, quartzy looking thing. Here's a triangular looking thing. I'm not a big gemstone man, but we're giving it away nonetheless. Right, so. Okay, so what's going on with the duck? We're going to skip the duck. We're going to jump ahead because we want to give away, what's this one look like? All these bottles are different colour. These are extremely good bottles. I've been using one for a little bit. These are extremely good bottles to keep your stuff cold. Obviously, that's got a bit of green in it, so it sort of disappears in the green screen. This is a better example for you to look at. So, they're collector's items. Carrara Nugget Hunt, right? 2020, which was cancelled. So, yes. So, fantastic little prize. They're good drinking bottles, no matter what is the going. Right, so, let's get on with this, and the duck will interrupt us, I think. So, let's just clarify what's going on here. This here, right, is a donut willy washer. There's the instructions, right? You know, there's the instructions, right? We're going to give this away. I'm going to try and find a bloke, right? We've got to give it away to a bloke, don't we? Well, I'm going to get in trouble here, aren't I? I'm going to shut up. So, willy washer goes to Jane Meyer. Didn't go to a bloke. Right, and then we've got the bottle going to Dwayne Goltz from Rocky. Dwayne Goltz, and I forget who the other one was going to, but did you get that one? Yes. Right, so they're the minor prizes. Who wants to win a detector? Has everyone made a comment who wants to go into the draw? Because seriously, you've got like a minute, right? You've got a minute. So, who was our first winner, Taylor?
Chris Hunter.
Right. So, let's get this sorted here. I'm getting the thing fired up, right? Okay, so we're going to draw the pay dirt first, right? Gem bag. Pay dirt. It's a pay dirt. It's a gemstone pay dirt. Treasure bag, right? Okay, so has everyone made their comments? This is the draw is closing immediately. Okay? Last chance. I'm going to import these comments now. Push the button. So the gemstone, yes, the gemstone bag goes to, what's gone here on here? Gone to Jane Meyer. Congratulations, Jane. Jane Meyer. Congratulations.
Also got the soap.
What? Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, winner, chicken dinner, to a soap and a gemstone bag. Wacky doo. So that's what the random comment generator does. It randomly picks someone. So here we go. The big machine, $1,100 machine, right? We're going to be doing more of these, so don't worry if you don't miss out. We've got a shop full of them. Righto, I'm going to draw it when we get to... Oh, we're getting so close. Did you see that? We were almost at... Oh, the duck's gone off here. Let me stop the duck. Right, did you see that? We were almost at 600 live there. I think we might have gone close to 600 live. Anyway, without further ado, the winner of the metal detector is Douglas Hill. Douglas Hill lives in Stanthorpe in Queensland. Congratulations, Douglas. Well done, mate. You've won a metal detector. An $1,100 metal detector. So, well done there. Have you got that name down? So we don't... That's a fairly important one. Well, there we go. I hope we've enjoyed tonight. It wasn't a very interactive show. I didn't do a stack of shout-outs. There was a lot of information to get through there. Trying to time it for an hour is the issue. I think my screen has frozen. I don't know how many comments there are, but there is a lot. So, next week, I have no clue. Zero clue what we're doing. All I know it's going to be Monday Night Live 109. So, we'll be in the shop here. We'll be coming up with something cool. We will give we will give more stuff away. The duck might come out again. I think the duck will come out again. We'll give away some more stuff. Right? So, yes. Righto. That's it for me. So thanks very much. Have fun this week, guys. See if you can get out and do some detecting. If you've got any questions, don't forget to cop us on the Daylight Helpline there. Someone's on that phone that knows what they're talking about all the time while the sun's up. Don't forget, see us on all that. If you've got questions, ring us, come and see us, email us, send us a carrier pigeon, Facebook Messenger, YouTube comments. How else do we get things?
Yeah, in the shop.
Oh, it said come into the shop. You can even send us a letter if you want. I haven't received a letter for a while, only bills. Righto, guys. Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next week. Night.